Stellantis say they are going to replicate their European electric car success in the United States, in Canada, North America, but in particular in the United States. Considering they don't sell a single electric car in the United States, these are some very big claims. Are they realistic? Stellantis, are they maybe in trouble, or are they going to do really well? I mean, the global media says that they're killing it right now. They're on a roll and they're going to steamroll everyone in their path. Well, I don't think that's quite accurate. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the electric revolution and also for supporting just being intelligent, being someone who thinks. That's what this channel is about. It's about recognizing the fact that, yes, it wasn't that long ago when BlackBerry, Ericsson, and Nokia were the three biggest brands in the world when it came to phones. Now, no one even thinks about them. The automotive industry is going through the same seismic shift, exactly the same. It's not happening in the same way, but it is happening, make no mistake. Now, yes, it's true Stellantis is still currently, well, not still, I mean, they've only been around for what, a year and a half as we know them today, as a result of a series of mergers. But it is true that last year Stellantis sold 6 million cars. All those sales for the company, for the conglomerate, for the whatever you want to call it, this big, massive company, sales were down by a few percent. Their actual profit did increase. They sold more than 6 million cars, like I said, and a lot of those were electric cars in Europe. Although, realistically, still, less than 5% of Stellantis' worldwide sales were electric cars. And when you listen to their CEO, Carlos Tavares, well, the guy is either bipolar or he's simply a lunatic. On the one hand, he says that Stellantis are embracing electric cars and will be 100% EV only in Europe in 2030, which is fantastic. And on the other hand, he says that EVs won't work. They're going to damage the social fabric of the population. It's going to hurt so many people. They're going to be terrible. They're so expensive to manufacture. It costs Stellantis twice as much to make an EV versus a normal car. And then he goes and says, no, we're going to kill it. We're going to be the world's biggest electric car company. And in 2030, we're going to make $12 billion from selling you subscriptions in your EV. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Stellantis saying they're going to make a boatload of money from you by selling you subscriptions? I'm not sure I like that idea. Now, Stellantis say that in the United States, 50% of all their car sales in 2030 will be EV only. 50%. And that's a lot better than Toyota, right? That's significantly better. But at the same time, how many Americans will want to buy a gasoline-powered car in 2030? Now, Stellantis don't have a single electric car model, but they say that they will have 85 different models of electric car. 85 different models of electric car by 2030. At the same time, they're complaining that it costs them so much money to make an EV and that they can never, ever reduce the price down to parity with a gasoline-powered car. That's what their CEO said. So in my opinion, this is not congruent. It's not congruent to say we cannot sell an EV, right, at price parity with gas. Yet we are going to dominate the EV market. And at the same time, do things like have 85 different models of electric car. I mean, is this going to help them to reduce the price of EVs and dominate the market? I don't see how this will help, having that many models of car. It simply doesn't add up. Yes, rebadging is good. Rebadging is great. But realistically, that's just too many models to be able to make profit off those cars and be able to do what we've seen other car companies do, which is show how it's done when it comes to making a profit on EVs. Now, how do they do that? Well, you've either got to be BYD or Tesla, don't you? Tesla, you basically just make two models, right? Yeah, they make more cars, but really two models of car. That's how they've been able to make a profit. And you use lithium iron phosphate batteries and you make the majority of your cars in China, right? Yeah, it's a pretty good template. Makes a lot of sense. Now, there's more detail to that, of course, but that's basically the long and the short of it for Tesla. Or you're BYD and you have enormous amount of vertical integration. You're the world's second biggest battery company. You make lithium iron phosphate batteries yourself and you're very, very good at it. You actually say, you know what, we're going to be making sodium ion batteries in our cars before anyone else, before anyone has even thought of it. We've already well on the way to actually making it happen. And in the second quarter of 2023, sodium ion batteries, or probably hybrid lithium and sodium ion batteries, will be in BYD's cars. Plus, they make almost every part that goes into their cars. Does Stellantis do that? No, they most certainly do not. Not even close. Personally, I believe that Stellantis are selling you a Disney fairy tale. They're pretending that they are Samsung when they're actually Nokia. What do I mean by that? Well, obviously, Nokia were disrupted. Samsung, yeah, they were a player beforehand in the phone market. Not that big, but they were. And they disrupted Nokia. Now, Stellantis is trying to say, hey, investors, come and invest in our stock because we're doing X, we're doing this, we're doing that. But at the same time, they're sending constant mixed messages. They're saying the future of the automotive industry is electric. They're saying the future of the automotive industry is not electric. They're saying all kinds of things. They're saying they're going to dominate the United States car market by selling electric cars, but they don't have a single electric car for sale. Yes, they have plug-in hybrids, but is that the future of the automotive industry? I don't think so. Now, Stellantis says it's bringing to North America the strategy that led to it being the number 2 overall in EV sales in Europe last year. They said this: in addition to our record financial results and the focused execution of the Dare Forward 2030 strategic plan, we also demonstrated the effectiveness of our electrification strategy in Europe. We now have the technology, the products, the raw materials. Do they have the raw materials? And the full battery ecosystem to lead that same transformative journey in North America, starting with our first fully electric Ram vehicles from 2023 and Jeep from 2024. But at the same time, right, what are they doing? All their marketing for Ram, who they're now touting as being their main brand that they'll use to dominate the US car market, their marketing is around a plug-in hybrid, the Ram 1500 Rev, not the Ram 1500 Electric, the Ram 1500 Rev. And it's nowhere near even being on sale yet. Now, Stellantis released a teaser for the battery electric Ram ProMaster van, which will be unveiled in the first half of this year and will go on sale in the second half. The automaker didn't reveal other details about the ProMaster EV, but a report from Mopar insiders claims the electric van will be heavily based on the Fiat e-Ducato sold in Europe. Following the launch of the Ram ProMaster EV, which will be Ram's first EV in the US, they will launch into the EV pickup race with the 1500 REV in 2024. Carlos Tavares revealed that the first model year of the electric truck sold out in just 3 days, right? So they've said they've already sold out of every, hybrid, plug-in hybrid, fully electric car that Ram make for the entirety of 2024. So how many do you think they're really going to make if they sold out of all of them in 3 days? Yeah. Pre-orders began earlier this month, and the truck will arrive in late 2024. Late 2024. Now, they're not revealing how many they sold. Seems strange. Seems to me like it'd be a reasonable thing to do to reveal the actual sales numbers or the pre-order numbers. The amount of fully electric cars you'll make in 2024. We don't know if it's any yet, realistically. Now, besides being one of the front runners of the European electric vehicle market, which they are, Stellantis also dominated the US plug-in hybrid segment last year with 64,000 sales. That's an increase of 26%, led by the Jeep Wrangler 4xe. But to be fair, 64,000 sales in a car market of, 15, 16 million cars per year, it's really a pretty small number. Overall, though, Stellantis sold 288,000 EVs in 2022. That's an increase of 41% year over year. And the company now has 23 different electric car models on sale, planning to add 9 more this year. By the end of 2024, its electric vehicle portfolio will more than double compared to the now. Sharing this with you, I can't understand it. It's so crazy. They're saying by the end of this year, they're going to go from having 23 electric car models to 47. 47. And they're targeting 85 by the end of the decade and 5 million electric car sales in 2030. Now, a target of 5 million electric car sales in 2030 is great. I really hope they achieve that. I love that target. That's fantastic. 85 models, 47 by the end of this year. Really, let's say they double their electric car sales this year, right? From last year. So they go from selling 288,000, let's say they sell 500,000 this year. Still would be a pretty small percentage of their total global car sales, but that would be good. However, that still means they have 47 models of car for 500,000 sales. 47 models for 500,000 sales. Now you tell me, do you think that is strategically a good way of reducing your cost of manufacturing an electric car so that you can dominate the market? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.